Alright, so I wanted to make a quick bonus video here. So what you can see in this report is a bit of a matrix. And what this is representing is different cohorts who have paid us a subscription over a monthly period. And you can see how much dollar value started within each cohort and the percent revenue retained month over month. Now you can click into any of these values here and see which companies are paying said amount. So in this case, $2,000 was started in this cohort, created by this opportunity here, and it looks like after 6 months they had a 75% reduction, and you can see there's a downsell record that happened here, and it continues forward. Now, to make this kind of report does require a few more custom implementations, one of which is the need to add a object called Cohort so that you can aggregate the data to and get this cohort start amount. Now, creating the object is simple. However, the code behind this is somewhat complicated. It's like 350 lines of Apex, and I have it just running through populating the cohort start amount whenever a opportunity is closed won. But I will show you how this would change if, say, we had another opportunity in this cohort, June, that closes. Let's see what happens. So I'll make a new opportunity here. We'll make a sales op, and we will call it TD, and we'll make a new account, TD new booking, and I think the cohort we said was June. So we'll add them in June. It'll be around, let's call it 12,000 for 12 months. We'll save that, and let's mark this as closed won. And as you can see, the MRR records have been created, and just like we had done in the previous videos where I show you how to do the MRR stuff, you can also see it's now related to this cohort object as well, which if you click into that, has the adjusted cohort start amount. So if we go back to here and we look at this cohort and refresh it, okay, so June now has $2,000 that started, and if you click into the first month, you can see these accounts here, so JP Morgan and TD. This kind of report is extremely powerful to see how you are retaining revenue over time and how your business is either growing or subtracting. Oftentimes investors ask for this kind of reporting, and it can be difficult to generate. In the past, I've had to do this using Python scripts, but I've since figured out how to do it in Apex, and I wanted just to show you this report as an example of what's possible when you implement this kind of architecture. And let's see what else I can show you. I mean, this is kind of just building off of this monthly recurring revenue report, which we created in the last series. But I mean, just by looking at this business, it's growing every month. And the other report, revenue cohort, I mean, it's mostly green. The only red is this churn that happened here. So this would be a pretty successful business. Obviously, it's going to look different for different companies. And this type of thing can get more complex if you introduce things like transactional revenue, where it's variable rather than a subscription that generally tend to be static for 6 to 12 months. But yeah, I just want to share with you this video to give you a preview. I'm not going to make the whole Notion instructions on this because it's just a little bit too complex to explain. But if you do want to implement similar architecture and have this kind of reporting in your Salesforce, we do consulting, and I would be happy to set this up for you. Feel free to use my Calendly link in the description below to book time with me. Cheers. I will leave this video at that.